$79 a night for a luxury Vegas hotel sounds like a steal. Then, at checkout, you discover $250 in unexpected fees. In this story, 5 strip hotels turn advertised bargains into triple-digit shocks. $55 added to your bill each night, card holds of $200 a night, and charges for basics you thought were included. Most travelers never see the real math until it is too late. How many hidden costs are you missing right now? A quick search for a Bellagio room flashes a tempting offer, $79 a night. But the real math starts with a mandatory $55 resort fee per night, plus tax. That fee alone climbs to about $62 per night once the 13.38% tax is added. Over a 3-night stay, the resort fee line on the receipt quietly totals $186. Nearly tripling the advertised price before a single extra is touched. This fee is not for upgrades or special treatment. It applies to every guest and covers basics like Wi-Fi, the gym, and pool access, amenities that used to be included. The resort fee appears as a separate line on the bill, not bundled into the headline rate. For most, it is invisible until the booking summary, or worse, the final bill. Stacking this fee with the base rate, a 3-night Bellagio stay at the advertised $79 per night jumps from $237 to $423 before parking, taxes on the room, or any add-ons. If a guest drives, self-parking tax on another $18 to $25 per day, pushing the total higher. The advertised deal quickly unravels. $237 for the room, $186 for the resort fee, and $60 or more for parking. The final bill lands around $500, more than double the original promise. For solo travelers chasing a bargain, this is the moment the illusion breaks. The real price is not hidden in fine print, it is built into the system, multiplying quietly with every night stayed. Check-in at Caesar's Palace starts with a swipe of your credit card, but that is just the beginning. Alongside the posted resort fee, $51.95 per night with tax, Caesars quietly places an authorization hold for incidentals. For many rooms, that means $100 to $200 per night instantly frozen on your card, not charged but locked until days after you leave. For a 2-night stay, that can be up to $400 unavailable, even before you order room service or touch the minibar. This is not a rare exception. Recent 2026 booking confirmations and guest bank statements show holds ranging from $125 to $200 per night, with premium rooms at the top end. The funds do not return the moment you check out. The hotel releases the hold, but your bank can take anywhere from 3 to 10 business days to free the money. Some travelers report waiting up to 2 weeks, especially after weekend checkouts or when using debit cards. For anyone on a tight credit line, the impact is immediate. A budget trip can mean hundreds locked away, leaving less available for shows, dining, or even basic expenses. The difference between an authorization and a charge is easy to miss until your card gets declined mid-trip. Caesar's official policy spells it out. The hold is for potential damages or incidentals, but it is not included in the advertised price or the booking summary. Only at the front desk does the real number appear, quietly tying up cash flow while the headline rate stays low. For many, this invisible freeze is the most expensive fee of all. At the Venetian, the old promise of free parking fades the moment guests pull into the garage. Self-parking now runs $20 per day, no exceptions for hotel guests. The charge appears automatically on the bill, stacked on top of a nightly resort fee that hovers between $45 and $50 before tax. For travelers who remember the days when parking was a given, the pay station at the exit feels out of place, especially after a long drive or a late night on the Strip. Even the timing of your arrival or departure can trigger extra costs. Early check-in, once a friendly courtesy, now starts at $35. Late checkout, another $40, sometimes more. These are not upgrades or perks, they are fees for basic flexibility. A 3-night stay at the advertised $59 per night does not just become $177 plus tax. The real math adds $150 for the resort fee, $60 for parking, and $35 for early check-in if your flight lands before noon. Suddenly, the total hits $422 before you even open the minibar. The illusion is not just in the room rate, it is in the everyday expectations that no longer apply. In the early 2000s, a Las Vegas hotel room rate was close to what you actually paid. Bellagio's website in 2003 showed $79 a night. Parking was free, Wi-Fi and pool access were included, and the bill at checkout rarely held surprises. By 2010, new line items began to appear, first as small, optional charges, then as mandatory fees. A $20 nightly add-on became standard across the Strip, justified as covering amenities that used to be part of the room price. Over the next decade, these fees doubled, then tripled. By 2026, a typical resort fee runs $45 to $55 per night, plus tax, at nearly every major hotel. Parking, once a courtesy, now adds $20 or more daily. What started as a way to advertise lower rates quietly became a major source of revenue. Industry data shows resort fees and extras now make up as much as 30% of room income for some properties, compared to less than 10% in 2010. The fine print that was once rare is now the rule, and the price you see is rarely the price you pay. A family of 4 books, a standard room at Wynn, drawn in by a $99 per night rate. The booking confirmation looks straightforward until the fine print reveals the math. This kind of surprise is common. The base rate covers 2 people. Each additional guest over double occupancy adds $40 per night. For 3 nights, that costs the family $240 just for bringing their kids, on top of a $150 mandatory resort fee. The bill grows again if they need valet parking for an event, $40 per night with no guest discount. Suddenly, what started as a $297 stay now reaches $470 before tax and parking, and that is without a single upgrade. For groups, the surcharges are not spread out, they are stacked, one line at a time. The more people in the room, the higher the penalty for not traveling solo. It is not just a luxury premium, it is a system that quietly punishes families and groups for flexibility, turning the idea of splitting costs into a losing game. A 5-night stay at Resorts World begins with a base rate that seems reasonable, $79 per night. Just under $400 for the week, but the real cost starts stacking before the key card even hits your hand. At check-in, the hotel places a $150 deposit on your credit card for every night booked, a hold that ties up funds. For a 5-night trip, that is $750 instantly frozen, not charged, but unavailable for anything else until days after checkout. The policy is spelled out in booking confirmations and on the hotel website, yet many guests only feel the impact when their available credit drops by hundreds of dollars. This hold is separate from the $45 nightly resort fee, which adds $225 more to the final bill, and it does not include parking, which runs another $20 per day. For travelers with limited credit, the freeze can be a trip-ending surprise. A guest who booked on June 12, 2026, found their card maxed after the deposit, unable to buy show tickets or even cover meals until the funds were released a week later. The deposit is not a charge, but it acts like one, locking away $750 just in case you touch the minibar or order room service. Over a 5-night stay, the advertised $395 room balloons to over $1,000 in total exposure, with the largest chunk hidden in a temporary hold. For many, this is the moment the Vegas bargain becomes a myth. Right now, Vegas hotels can legally double or triple the advertised rate, with fees most guests never see coming. As hidden charges outpace inflation, transparency remains optional. The real gamble isn't on the casino floor, it's in the fine print. What's your experience with Vegas hotel pricing? Let us know below.